Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that was a bloodlust. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that was a bloodlust, and I have no fuel by adrenaline, and I have no. Just pray to my God, and I'll be okay. Just pray to my God, and I'll be okay.
Okay. Here we go. There we go. All right. So, I'm sorry. What did you guys do? You guys just continue to book it?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys just continue to book it and you get out of there. You run back to Kaladin? Yes? No?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I
Correct.
need confirmation from both of you guys. Okay, so you guys both run back to Kaladin.
Yes.
And you guys reach him, and what do? He is finished burying the bodies.
Not. All right. There's good news. There's good news and bad news, man. We found the goblins. We found the goblins. They also found us. They also found us.
We need to get the fuck out of here. Oh shit. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Let's run. Yeah, I agree. Let's run. Back to the city or what? Back to the city or what?
Back to the fort. We need to get back to the fort. They're the only ones who can help.
True.
They're coming this way towards the city.
They're probably just gonna stop the edge. They're probably just gonna stop the edge of the forest. I don't think they're gonna mess around.
How about we just bring them right back to the person that wanted to find them?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. We be like we found them, but
yeah,
they're going to be right here in about
Let's make haste to the fort.
That sounds good to me, actually. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you guys run to Caprica City, south to Fort Mason.
Yeah.
That's going to be about...
Yeah.
So you're all the way over from there. It's going to be about a 4.5 hour trip.
Are the goblins gonna be still chasing
the goblins gonna be still chasing us that entire time?
Okay.
It appeared...
Okay.
From what you remember, it appeared that they were more focused on killing each other than they were on killing humans.
Okay.
Well, either way.
Okay.
Either way, we do need to make our way back to information on.
You didn't find their base. True. You only found a battle site.
Some of them are still running back away, though. What if we make it there? What if we make it there? What if we loop around the ones that are chasing us?
So you already met up with... you were already at the mountain to the west of the pastures. You went east, right? And you crossed the river back past the farm.
Right.
So... Right. Once you hit the edge of the forest, the goblins know they can't... they don't want to, cross that barrier... Because then they'll be exposed to the sunlight, and they'll be exposed to, prying eyes of the rest of the humans.
Sure. So we could just, hide out. Near the edge of the forest, a bit past it, and then when they try to turn back, we go back to the base.
They're not following you. Let's just stop with that.
Okay. So yeah, let's just head back to the base. Okay. So yeah, let's just head back to the base.
So you guys go back to Caprica City. Hey! Oh! You guys are...
He speaks.
Okay, so you guys are going to go back to Caprica City. Jorge starts mumbling, and Ariel hears it and goes to check on him. What now?
What?
Ariel says, what now?
I look down at the ropes. I go,
Why should I untie you? No, absolutely not. I've told you time and time again, I won't do that for you. Fine, she unties your rope on the mouth.
untie the rest of me, please?
Could you
untie the rest of me, please?
Why?
Because you've been an asshole.
Why? Well, I have some select words that I could call your behavior for tying up your husband like this.
I wasn't the one who tied you. That was Kaladin. He seems like a charming young man.
Really? If you like him so much, leave him. If you like him so much, leave me
He's
for
a
him.
human.
Oh my god.
Then untie me, please.
Are you gonna be good?
As long as no one's an asshole to me. As long as no one's an asshole to me.
Well, what are you gonna do when I untie you?
I don't know. Probably, go get my sword back and then, I don't know, lounge around the house. You got some chores? You want me to fix some cabinets? Is there a squeaky hinge or
You're
something?
so insensitive. Oh, you do not know how to treat a wife.
Do you expect me to make some romantic gesture towards you? Oh, thanks for untying me after leaving me tied up in the
Yes,
bathroom
that's exactly
for 2
what you're
days with
supposed
no
to say
food
to
or
me, but
water.
you're supposed to mean it.
How can I mean that if I feel like that is not the right thing to have done?
She ties up your mouth. I know. Here, if you need to untie yourself, you can do it yourself. She goes and gets your sword. She puts it in the wash basin. She dips your sword into the wash basin. Your sword is a carbon steel sword. Water plus carbon steel is very bad.
Oh.
I like this woman. I like this woman. I like this woman.
I don't understand what she's going. Is she going to make my sword rusty? Say it in plain
Your
English.
sword will need to be
Yes.
polished, and you'll have to do like an hour's worth of work getting it back to where it was before.
Okay. So do you want me to roll to untie myself somehow with the sword?
You need to roll to like hobble over to the sword. Okay, you get up and you hobble
roll
over
a
towards
14.
the sword.
I would like to use it to untie myself. I would like to use it to untie
Okay,
myself.
it's completely submerged. You'll need to take it out first before you can untie yourself.
Okay, what do I? Okay, what do I?
I mean, your mouth is tied. You tell me.
Okay, I have an opening here in my arms. I go over it like this and
You
squeeze.
can try
and
that,
then
yeah.
Pull it out.
You completely fail and you slip on the water and you fall down.
I start having a freak out.
You start freaking out.
I start crying. I put on fake tears and just start
Okay.
like my father just died in front of me. Just
Actively fake tears and
You
not
could just
real
say
tears.
real tears.
It's just a dick.
No.
Okay, you successfully fake cry. Back to the travelers who are currently headed towards Fort Mason. So, as you guys approach Fort Mason, it is quite a well-defended garrison. You can see that it could easily hold at least 350 to maybe 400 people. It's well defended. There are barricades and little, what are they called? Slots where they can shoot with their crossbows at them.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those things.
I know what you're
They've got
talking about.
those things all around. It's a nice fort. It's pretty good. It's well defended. As you approach the gates, the guard asks, "So, what are you doing here?"
You have some information on the goblin. You have some information on the goblin.
Alright, what kind of information you got?
Information about them attacking. Information about them attacking.
Attacking what?
And the possible whereabouts of the
Attacking
door.
what?
Attacking each other. Along with the possible attacking each other. Along with the possible whereabouts of their base.
You're pulling my... What do you mean the goblins are attacking each other?
I mean they're going to war against each other. I mean they're going to war against each other. I saw the arrows riddling the ground and trees. Riddling the ground and trees.
That doesn't make any sense. Hey, if you want to tell that to Lord Nelson, it's your head. Go on in.
I'm fine with it.
I'll take over the voice of the party.
I'm fine with it.
I'll take over the voice of the party. Well, actually, I didn't see it. Could you give me like the whole story, so that I can like diplomacy my way through this with my rolls?
Yeah, we basically walked into the forest, went near the river, and then found arrows and crossbow bolts and broken shield resembling each faction, essentially. There were 4 factions, and they were all fighting each other. Then we went farther down the river and found more. We found even more. We found a war, essentially. A battle going on.
To say it could be like essentially you went out there and all you found were goblin corpses. Goblin corpses with evidence of like you said, different that there were different factions.
You didn't
of
find
goblins.
any
different
corpses.
factions. Goblins.
That was the strange thing. No corpses.
No, we didn't.
Wait, yes corpses or no corpses?
No corpses.
Wait, yes corpses or no corpses?
No corpses. There were no corpses, but lots of battle. And we found active.
Know that it wasn't. How would we know that it wasn't? The DC is going to be higher. Because the DC is going to be higher if we don't have a clear idea of what our argument is. Like, how do we know that it's not? How do we know that it's not? Like human weapons and goblin weapons on the ground there. You didn't bring that. Like, do we bring? You didn't bring that. You weren't able to bring back any proof of anything.
We saw 3 different colors of goblins. We didn't see any humans.
You actually did see. Wait, you actually did see goblins?
Yeah, we saw 3 different colors of goblins attacking each other. They saw us, and then they all tried to attack us.
Okay. So you did literally see. Okay, so you did literally see the goblins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Perfect. I thought you weren't like. For a minute there, I thought you weren't like.
No, we did physically see them. We didn't just hear them or something.
First, we saw a destroyed battlefield, and then we saw actual goblins fighting each other.
Perfect. All right. That's all we need. All right. And then when they were chasing you, was it just? And then when they were chasing you, was it just part of one faction, or did they all
Yes.
stop?
So what happened was, I'll explain. So one faction followed us, the other faction went southeast, and then the other faction followed the other path that we were following before.
Essentially, they split off. So essentially, they split off,
Yeah.
and only part of their forces started following you.
Yeah.
The rest were still engaged in their own battlefield maneuvering.
Yeah.
Close enough. We're good.
Close enough.
We got there. Close enough. We're good. We got there.
All right. But you didn't find a base.
We didn't find the base. We didn't find the base. The base has got to be. But we figured the base has got to be around there.
There's only one more location left. There's only one more.
And based off of their trajectories, where they were going, we could easily find out the paths of their bases. Since we saw them heading both south and southeast. So that's 2 bases. And the last one, it's only a third of their forces.
Alright. Okay, I think we're ready to talk to the Okay, I think we're ready to talk to the boss man now.
Yeah.
And of course I was there when they were actively getting And of course, I was there when they were actively getting chased, so I know it's not. They did actually encounter goblins at all.
Yes.
I know that much.
Okay, so as you go up to talk to Lord Nelson, you notice that his chair is purple velvet for royalty.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. And it's like
Shit.
one of those,
Wow.
like one of those armrest, real comfy, like relaxed chairs, like in your living room. And he's got a big, solid. It's not walnut. We'll go with granite. It's a granite desk. Solid granite. It's about 8 feet long. He's got candles, pen, paper, parchment. This guy, he's loaded. He is royalty. In his room, he has full plate mail on the left, full plate mail on the right, of 2 guards with large halberds, just guarding either side. They're just, the armor. A cabinet in the back, and a small dresser in the right, and a bed. He's been staying here for a while. What would you like to say to him? He does notice you walk in, but he doesn't say anything just yet.
We have returned from our.
Scouting mission, delayed as we are.
Our party has spotted
several hordes of goblins fighting amongst each other. Where was the location again? Out of character, sorry.
Hungry Horus Forest.
In Hungry Horus Forest.
There were. I described the markings as my party described them to me, indicating the different factions of goblins. And say
I was not there. Okay, I'm actually not.
I was not there.
I'm gonna leave out.
Okay,
that
I'm
I
actually
was
not gonna.
there
I'm
personally.
gonna leave
That's a
out that I was not there
very good-
personally.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave out that I was not there personally. As we fled, because I did flee. As we fled to the town, we were chased, but only by part of the entire horde, which further suggests that they were not all allied, as many of the goblin forces continued maneuvering to attempt to gain a better position on each other, rather than simply consolidating and either falling back to their own fortress.
Time to roll.
All right,
Yeah,
time to roll.
That does not
Time
make
to roll some
any
diplomacy.
sense.
Can I roll diplomacy?
Yeah, do
Can I
it.
roll diplomacy?
Yeesh. Wait. I have to.
Oh, connected. Wait.
My
I have to. My
suspense now.
We are in suspense now.
So
Oh god.
you very
let's go.
eloquently state what you have just stated. He believes you, but it doesn't make any sense. Goblins don't fight each other; they fight humans. That's what they do. They kill dwarves and they kill humans. Why would they be attacking each other?
Tell you so. I am unfortunately not an expert on.
I am unfortunately not an expert on goblin
Goblins
politics.
don't have politics.
Perhaps they have found
They're
in
roaming
some new
savages.
Perhaps mages have enchanted. Some.
Perhaps mages have enchanted
I
some.
do not know the answer.
I do not know the answer.
From what I saw, there was factional on within them. They had shields that were different colors and identifying them as different insignias.
Do you have any proof of this?
I did iterate that.
Do you have any of their shields?
If you allowed us to go out again, we might be able to. If you allowed us to go out again, we might be able to scavenge the battlefield and bring back some evidence.
You didn't bring the evidence.
Yeah, there are plenty of
when you
shields
first
and
went out
arrows
there?
and crossbows. I
Set by the goblins as we were.
I wanted to, but
Set by the goblins as we were. It was rather difficult. It would have been. It was rather difficult.
I wanted to, but by the time I was about to head back and collect the shields, a goblin had already spotted us, and an entire faction was on their way to kill us.
Did you at least discover their base?
Negative.
We know they're in the southeast. We know they're in the southeast.
Okay.
They have at least. They have.
That is a
at
lead.
least. I know.
That is
Southeast.
something I can work with. The southwest. I can work with that.
Southeast. Yeah.
What happened to your other party member? Weren't there 4 of you?
He is indisposed at the moment. He is indisposed at the moment. We don't know. He had a hard time. He is obviously suffering from some form of post-traumatic stress syndrome, and we are desperately hoping he will recover in time for our next mission, but we don't know his status as of yet.
Battle fatigue.
How's that?
Very well.
He went insane, Your Honor. He went insane.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, damn it. I was trying to tiptoe around
Went
it.
insane.
You're not. He's insane. He's insane, my honor. He tried to kill children. I don't know. He tried to kill children.
He did
I
what?
Don't know why? But he.
What do you mean he tried to kill?
There are at least orc children.
There are at least orc
saw-
children.
Not to say that.
Yeah,
Hey,
were orcs.
not to say that. Oh my god, Kaladin face palms.
What?
Oh my god.
Look, the point is, he's not with us anymore. The point is, he's not with us anymore. He's not in the party right now. He's not in the party right now.
Not with us right now. You
Oh god.
just shut up and let me do the talking.
Oh my god.
Alright, we're a mess. Alright, we're a mess.
Have the NPC so stunned that he just doesn't fucking register what he said or something.
Here's 750 gold. Go out there, bring me some evidence, find their base for me this time.
Alright, I'm getting drunk as shit.
And
I'm getting drunk
will
as shit,
reward
but yeah, I'll
you
do
with double what you have just received.
$302 gold.
Is that a fair trade for your...
That sounds great.
More than fair, Your Honor.
That sounds great.
More than fair, Your Honor.
My name is Lord Nelson.
More than fair, my lord.
Yes,
More than fair, my lord.
yes, Lord.
Gone.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fair. Yeah, that's cool. That's fair. We can rock out. Yep. This was so shit.
You brought up that our comrade was insane. Like that'll really give him confidence in us, you know?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, my character doesn't know this, but he's still livid at you, presumably.
That's not even.
Because, you know, I'm
It's-
a player.
That's not even.
my
I'm not even
character
talking
is
about.
not
I'm not even talking about the status of your character. I'm talking about like.
Peter, you brought up that one.
Peter, you brought up that one of our teammates is possibly like not just unreliable, but possibly could actively sabotage any mission he goes on. Like that's what
He
insane
just
tells
goes on
me.
his own little side mission to kill.
Am I done
children.
wrong?
Doesn't matter.
No,
He doesn't
but like we want to get paid. I'm
Okay,
frankly
we got
surprised
paid.
he gave us a
I'm
mission
sorry.
at all.
We got paid either way though.
We did, thank
I won't
God.
do that next time. I'm sorry. I won't do that next time. I'm sorry.
I think
Now, I think
we'll split this 3 ways, and I'm gonna give my and I'm gonna.
we'll
save
split this
my
3 ways,
half.
and I'm gonna give my and I'm gonna save my half.
I'm gonna pay
Well,
another visit.
no, I'm gonna pay another visit to
What's his name when we get back?
Jorge.
what's his name when we get
You
back.
didn't do anything. You didn't even come to see.
You didn't do anything.
This
You didn't
is
even
what
come
my
to see
character is
what
doing,
happened.
alright?
This is what my character is doing.
He's
All
trying to be
right.
nice.
This
He's like,
like how would
like, or-
let me have
Or okay, like how would
you
let me
guys,
let me let me
like,
have this
split up
discussion first. How would you guys like to split up the payment for what we've done so far? Would you like it to
Somehow
split
give
it
him less than what we all get. 'Cause
3 ways
Somehow
between
give him
us?
less than what we all get because he didn't get to see anything else, and he's just been.
If we divide it 8 ways and then give us.
That doesn't work either. Fuck.
Huh.
No, yeah.
No, that doesn't
you
work
could go
either.
back
Fuck.
in and ask
No,
for the
yeah.
rest of the payment.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's
You
750
can.
gold. What? Sorry.
You could go
It's
back in and
750
ask
gold,
Lord
what?
Nelson
Sorry?
for the rest of the payment.
But we haven't completed the task yet.
But we haven't completed the task yet.
Whatever, I'm staying out of that. Whatever, I'm staying out of that.
Fuck that up.
I was
Fuck that
just
up.
making sure you wouldn't go back in.
God.
Okay. So how would you guys like to split the payment? You haven't decided.
Part of me wants to split it 3 ways, but I also feel like. Part of me wants to split it 3 ways, but I also feel like we
split
should.
it 3 ways.
some
and
of
each
it,
us can decide
Let's
what
split
to
it
do
3
for
ways, and each of us can decide what to do with
Well,
our
how
share of
much
the
does
money.
it come to if we get it 3 ways?
Well, how much does it
3
come
ways
to
is
if we
easy
get
math,
it
250
3
each.
ways?
3 ways is easy math. 250 each.
It's a
Okay, we
750.
each give him 50 each, and then
It's a
Okay, we each
750
give him
gold.
we each give him 50 each, and then we
Okay.
call it a day.
So right
Okay.
now we're splitting it.
So right
We each
right
walk-
now we're
and then
splitting
we'll
it
each individually
250
give
250 each way, and then we'll
Then
each
we
individually give him 50 at the end.
And then we each walk away with 200.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, do you guys want to fast travel back to Alababad real quick?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I have
please.
to. Oh shit.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh shit.
Why is it an oh
There
shit?
Immediately. In 1
Arthur?
hour. You guys book it there.
Okay, nice.
Okay, nice.
You rolled a 20. That's what that
The
means.
road is oddly quiet.
The road is oddly
ridiculously
quiet.
and you're just like sprinting there.
Usain Bolt.
That's why no one's bothering
Fast.
you. Is because you're going.
Fine. We're so happy.
We got paid for the first time.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have some gold.
Just see a man
So you
sprinting
guys
at
get
Mach.
back to Alababad. The guard looks at you and he's like, "You guys don't even do a." It's fine. So you guys get to Ariel's house or the Lord's.
I didn't see you nod. I didn't see you
You guys
nod.
get back to Jorge and Ariel's house. You knock on the door and
Boy.
Ariel
Yeah, we
answers.
knock on the door.
Boy. Yeah, we knock on the door.
He's there.
I wonder if he's there.
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Can I?
She opens the door. She
Mm-mm.
says,
Mm-mm.
"He's still in there. I don't think he's learned his lesson yet. He tried to. He's been sobbing like the last 3 hours.
Do you think we just go in there and just do the
Do you think we just go in there and just do the
aggressive approach?
aggressive approach?
I don't
Or it's
want
like,
you to
do or
hurt
nothing.
him. I just want him to learn his lesson."
I think
I think
we will do.
we
our best to make amends.
we will do our best to make amends.
Have at him.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm.
Oh, boy.
I have to think for a
Um,
minute.
I have to think for a bit. I'll let you guys go first.
Could I take his gag off?
Yeah.
Could I take his gag off? I take it off.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
What do you mean? Do I have anything to say myself? What do you have to say for yourself? Tying me up like this, leaving me here for 2 days with no food and
You
no
killed
water.
a child! Oh my
Show me the dead body.
Oh my god! How do you
Okay.
not know you killed a child?
Do we
You
have
can
any
ask
food
Ariel
left?
for
Or
some
did
food.
anybody have any
She
food?
has plenty.
You carved out the woman's
Can I call for
skull.
Ariel?
You
Okay.
carved out
Well,
the
then,
woman's
can I call for
skull.
Ariel to get him some food and water?
I was bored. I wanted to practice my whittling.
Jesus Christ.
No!
What did you
Jesus
say?
Christ.
I
He said he wanted to practice his whittling.
I
He
said I
said
was
he
bored.
wanted to practice his whittling.
I missed the context before that.
With the skull of the mother. With the
Okay.
skull of the mother.
That's something a psychotic person would say.
Sorry, it wasn't even wrong one. Sorry, it wasn't even wrong one.
I didn't hear what Peter said.
I wasn't even wrong when I called you insane. I wasn't even wrong when I called you insane.
Not even wrong. Oh,
Not
man.
even wrong. Oh,
Tyler,
man.
I'm not even speaking to
Tyler. I'm not even speaking to the character. Tyler, what the fuck are you thinking? Honestly, what is the goal of your character right now? Honest goal.
He wants
to
to get untied, and he
Okay,
wants
look,
to have his sword.
let me
and he
back up a
wants to
little bit.
follow
I'm not talking about zero level goal of immediate needs. I'm talking about overarching like long-term plot goal. What is your goal in this campaign?
to build like a town a town, a settlement of my own where there's no, if you don't believe in this religion, we're gonna kill you.
Okay. You want to be
Okay.
of a cult-based
You want to be the leader of a cult-based town, okay?
No. I said no. I want the town like to not be like, if you don't believe in this god, we'll kill you. Like I want the opposite of.
Oh, okay.
I'm finding
you
this
want to be the leader of a town with no religion or
Interruption
like no
of the
pressure
DM.
to be in a religion.
I
There you
have
go.
already laid plans for all of you to be able to get your goals. I have laid
Okay.
those plans out already. Continue.
And so, okay.
Okay.
So
And so, okay.
achieve that, right? What do you
So
think
you want
is,
to be able to achieve that, right? What do you think is like the step before like beginning a town? What do you need?
I as a player, Tyler, I know what I need to do, but I'm playing the character of like he's a nice character if you're nice to him, but as soon as you're an asshole, he's like, nope, my asshole's bigger. And if you're like, well, here, look at this, and you fucking let out a huge fart, and it goes, he's like, nope, my asshole's bigger. He's the bigger asshole.
That
But he's friendly until provoked.
Do you think that that kind of character can actually run a town effectively? Like, what happens when anyone challenges his authority? Like, no one can be right all the time, right?
Well, it's not that he needs to be right. It's there needs to be a dialogue and choices not forced onto him. He's not a complete like. He's not a complete like. Everything needs to be my way.
Okay, so you think that there was like no dialogue between us when we decided to like not have you have a sword and so on and so forth?
You were waiting for
I
us.
was
What happened from my
Because what happened from my perspective after you were knocked unconscious was we carried you out, we disarmed you because you were acting crazy. So what do you do when you have a crazy person in your party? You disarm them, right?
What happens?
And when you wake up, what happens? What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Right? You wake up, you like ask for your sword. We didn't know how important the sword was to you. We were just like, oh, it's his weapon, like no big deal.
When you wake up.
Now, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, me
talking
to the DM, you as a character don't know that I'm trying to stab you. You might have like felt me jostling around, but you just heard me say to the DM that I wanted to take my knife and stab you in the throat. So everybody
Okay, so that's a failure of RP on my part. That was a failure of RP on my part. I played that as if my character had an idea that you were about to like try to stab me.
But then after that, once he let you go, you grabbed your knife and held it up right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, and you were
essentially
you
I
were
just
essentially
demanded my weapon back.
you were essentially escalate like you weren't asking for it though. And you were essentially like escalating to the point where we literally knocked you out. Like as a party of 3, we all had to gang up and knock you out in order to stop you from trying to attack me in order to get your weapon back. Because that's not like what a non-crazy party
Interruption.
member that we can actually work with.
Tyler was telling me that he merely
Go
wanted
ahead.
to intimidate you, and he was waiting for you to sense motive. How would you have handled? How would you have felt about that? Did you feel like you were trying? Was that he was trying to intimidate you?
And sense motive.
If I was actually trying to kill him. Well, because if I was actually trying to kill him, going on 1 against 3, there's no way.
Yeah,
that I
but
could
a
win. I
crazy
would obviously
person would
die
go
if we
against
actually
those
wanted,
odds,
in a
and they
combat.
thought you were crazy.
Yeah, I think that would be a really hard
Yeah, I think that would be a really, really, really
also,
hard
like, on
intimidation
very low
check, 1
HP.
versus 3, when you are also like on very low HP, or at least lower than the rest of us. I don't think you were healed
He
to
was
full.
9. Yeah,
I was
He
at
was
9.
9.
And then
He was
Yeah.
9. Yeah, I was 11,
Yeah.
and then party members had like full health,
Like, it doesn't-
or like something like that.
I'd
Like it
fly.
doesn't.
Your character just is kind of
Just-
crazy,
Yeah.
just like literally
Yeah.
insane.
But only to.
I don't think he's a full on. He's reasonable.
I
No,
don't think
he's
a full-on-
absolutely insane.
he's
Like
not.
clinically insane. Like fucking
He wanted
Dwight
to
cutting the
attack it.
face off of that doll in the office and wearing it. Absolutely fucking mad.
If any
It was a dead person. It was a dead person.
If any of the party members had said, instead of just saying no, you can't have your sword back, if they had said,
Why didn't you
why do
tell
want your
them
sword or
why
something
you
like
wanted
that?
your sword? Why didn't you
You
tell
didn't tell
them?
us that there was any importance to the sword.
You
That's what
didn't
we're-
tell us that
All
there was
they
any
knew
importance
is
to the
that-
sword. That's what we're getting
we
at.
just fucking.
You didn't lead us
all
to
we knew
believe.
is we
We
took a
just
sword away from a
fucking.
crazy person.
All we knew is that we took a sword away from a
That's
crazy
all
person.
they fucking knew.
But before with
he was right beside
Peter there, he was right beside me watching me. and
I
he
was
didn't say,
concerned
"Hey,
about him
maybe we
too.
shouldn't
I got a
kill the
little
children."
worried. But he didn't go as far as you did. You went crazy. You went far. You
You're
just
right out of
went
the room.
off the wall, man.
They were attacking me. What am I? They're attacking me.
Well, they were
Because
attacking me. What am I?
you took
they're
their
attacking
mother's
me.
head in front. They were hiding. They were.
Mother's head, and I took.
No,
it from
he had mother's head, and I took
And
it
then
from
you
them.
carved it. You tried to. And then you carved it. You tried to. Puppet.
Both were not cool.
That was a really shitty person. I
Yeah,
understand.
both
That
were
was a
not
really
cool.
shitty
His
person.
character learned his lesson, and it was like, okay, that's not who I am. That was a mistake. That was bad. I learned that. Your character just went off the wall, batshit crazy.
It's like this trait of like.
Okay,
It's like this trait of like escalating. You described it as like making your asshole bigger. Like making your asshole bigger just makes you a bigger asshole, right? Like you like the way like I stopped like.
I mean, I'm leaving you in the hands of your wife.
Like, I mean, I'm leaving you in the hands of your wife. It's not me you have to convince to let you free. It's your wife
Apparently,
to like convince to untie you.
Apparently, she's
No,
a
because you're
fucking
fucking
cunt, and I need to
psychotic. She
leave her.
didn't marry a psychotic, crazy person who wanted to murder children.
I'm murdered. I wanted to kill them because.
I'm murdered. I wanted to kill them because they were attacking us, and I didn't want them to grow up. And
They were attacking you because
They're not goblins though. They're orcs.
Yes,
I know
no,
you
but
don't-
They watched me murder their parents.
exactly
They're
that
gonna
makes
grow
you a
up.
worse
I want to
person.
kill that. They're gonna grow up and be like, I want to kill the guy that killed my parents. And now when I
As
I'm
a
the king
dungeon
of the city,
master
I'm gonna
here
try and-
to
I'm gonna
say,
try and assassinate.
all they wanted was for you to go away. That's all they wanted was for you to go away.
I played chess in my head.
I played chess in my head. I think long term.
If they're gonna try and kill you,
You have a
If
full
they're
party
gonna
of
try
4
and kill
people.
you-
What are 2 orcs gonna do to you? You have a full party of 4 people.
two.
You play chess, you've already won.
mind like
Look at the sword after it's over.
Mind like The
flipping the board after it's already over.
So we learned that these guys were friends with people in the town, right? So, like, the kids probably know other people in the town, and, like, just because we are a band of, like, an elf and some humans and whatever, doesn't mean that they're going to hate humans and elves forever. It means they're probably just going to hate adventurers for a really, really long time. Adventurers specifically, not people in general. It's not like they're goblins who are already hostile towards, like, everyone and should be exterminated.
They're just people.
They're just people.
Understanding is that we were really shit, especially me. My understanding is that we were really shit, especially me. Scar them for life.
What I wanted was
Scar them for
for
life.
you guys to feel remorseful. I created this event so you guys would feel remorseful. Learn from your actions.
Really remorseful. Oh my
You
God.
would learn.
I feel really
You would-
remorseful. Oh my
right.
God.
I wanted you to.
Seriously.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into the mess, so I feel totally.
Right, I
I
wanted you to
terrified
feel
of
bad. And I
tiny
wanted you
children.
to learn from
My
your
children.
mistakes and be like, okay, not everything is exactly as it seems. That's what I wanted you to get out of that. But
it was
you,
just a wolf.
Yeah. It was
but it just
a
went
wolf.
sideways, man.
Well, I mean, it was
not like
it was just a regular
He was
wolf,
just
not
walking.
like a bad
He
wolf.
was like, "Who's that in the? What is he doing? Why is he here?" He was just scared, man.
Fuck, now I feel bad. Thanks.
That was the
Fuck,
whole
now I
point.
feel bad. Thanks.
Oh, had Kaladin not instantly
Oh,
attacked,
had Kaladin not instantly attacked,
I wanted one
usually
of you to
do
instantly
have
attack.
dialogue.
That
I
was the
shot it
plan.
with the bow with the crossbow first.
I
That
shot
was
it
the
with
plan.
the bow with the crossbow first.
master plan.
Master plan.
But this was going to be one learning experience, and after that, everything would have been fine.
Once in a while, we get a callback to that. I would hope.
Once in a while, we get a callback to that. I would hope.
It's good to have dialogue.
Just like, oh yeah, remember? It's good to have dialogue with things before you go and do your nonsense.
Yeah. Have some character. Either way, can we have some character development very quick?
You can develop your character very quickly. You
Is that a
just-
possibility?
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
In what ways would you like to develop?
Okay,
Can they just have like a revelation go up? Can they just have like a revelation
Huh?
go up? Can they have a revelation? Can they have a revelation?
You keep cutting out, man.
Sorry, never mind.
You have a
Sorry.
revelation.
Never
No,
mind.
what you say is important. I need to know.
No, I wasn't talking about me. I was just. No, I wasn't talking about me. I was just.
He wants to
Never mind.
continue on with the game. I'm in the bathroom.
I'm tied up. Bojangles, take the thing off my mouth. I told him that I felt they were being assholes. I'm starving. My wife.
You did say she was a cunt and that you need to leave her.
No, that was me to you. Like that.
No, that was me to you.
I thought you just
Like,
said that out
wasn't
loud
character
right
to
now.
character.
What? No, that.
Fine, whatever.
What? No, that.
We're assholes,
it was-
whatever. Okay. So what now? You're still tied up, your sword's in the water.
I'm sitting there.
I'm sitting there. Is he bringing me food? You told. You asked. You said Ariel has lots of food.
I did ask her to get you food.
I did ask her to
She
get you
goes
food.
ahead.
I'm going to restart my computer real quick so I can get the video.
I'm going to restart my computer real quick so I can get the video back
She
on.
goes ahead and grabs food.
Be right back.
She grabs some rice and some beans and a little slice of lamb.
Does she bring it to me?
She brings it to Bo.
Does she bring it to me?
I look at the food first.
I look
Here.
at the food
I
first.
eat it, then I hand the rest of the food.
I take the lamb off and eat it, and then I hand the rest of the food to you.
Do I see Bo do this?
Yes,
Do
you
I
do.
see Bo?
Don't
do
be a
this?
dick to him even further.
Okay.
I said, That if you just act properly, I won't
I said
restrict you like
that
this.
if you can just act properly, I won't restrict you like this.
So are you going to untie me so I can eat?
Yes,
So
I
are you
untie
going
you.
to untie me so I can eat?
Yes, I untie you.
Okay.
Okay, I eat the
She
food.
brings you another piece of lamb.
I
Does
said,
he bring
thank you, dear. I
Does
said,
he bring
thank
it?
you,
What'd you say?
dear.
Oh, he
Thank
brought it
you,
directly to.
dear.
And then
Did,
Bo
oh, he
Thank
says,
brought it
you,
directly to.
dear.
Never mind.
yeah. So she brings it
Never
to
mind.
you, noticing that Bo ate the piece of lamb. She's got plenty more.
Say, like with like that tone. Say, thank. Like with like that tone. I say, thank you, dear.
She walks out of the bathroom.
Do I remember where she put my sword? Do I remember
It's
where
in the
she
wash basin to
put
your
my
right.
sword? Oh yeah, she brought it into me. Oh yeah, she brought it into me. Okay, I pick it up, and do I have a like
You've got a like a
workbench
sharpening
or something?
rock thing that you can sharpen your sword with, and oil.
Okay, I'll maintain my weapon. Okay, I'll
You're not gonna
maintain
talk
my
to
weapon.
Bo first. He's just sitting there.
I'm just going to maintenance my weapon. I'm just going to maintenance my weapon.
Drivaltor, are you gonna do anything?
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna go outside and. I'm just gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna go outside and wait.
Okay.
I don't really care.
As you go outside to wait, Ariel decides to come outside and she hands you a beer. It's like, I know you like alcohol. I don't like alcohol. But here. Try to be nice to my husband.
Thanks.
She goes back inside.
I will.
She got it overnight because the party had left and they all came back.
Oh, okay.
She comes up to you while you're working on the workbench and she says, I hope you know that rent is due. I have my 75 gold for the rent.
What? What is it? Can you remind me what I owe?
75 gold.
Can you remind me what I owe? Okay, I give her 100. Okay, I give her 100. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
No, I thought it was a bad time to bring it up because it doesn't matter right now.
Alright. So I just paid her 100 instead of 75. So I just paid her 100 instead of 75 for my portion of the rent.
She hands back the 25. She doesn't need your money. She has a job.
For food and stuff.
She has a job.
Food and
you
stuff.
have plenty of food.
I'm a grown man. I'm a grown
Hands
man.
you back 25 gold.
Live in the same house. We're married.
It's just the monthly rent thing. That's just the thing you split. She handles that portion. She handles the food and the rest of the other stuff. You handle other things.
Okay.
So what do you all do? What do you all do?
I can't hear over the clicking. This is you asking what all of us players. This is you asking what all of us
DM
players,
asking all three of you. What are you guys going to do now?
Well, it depends. Are you over your?
Well, it depends. Are you over
Your
your?
spaz attack?
You're not gonna be a fucking asshat to me. You're not gonna be a fucking asshat to me anymore.
Who was?
No, are you asking me in character, or are you asking me? Are you asking me in character, or are you asking me as?
I'm asking you who was being asshat to you.
In character or out of character?
Both.
Whatever
Answer
way you
both.
want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So you asked me, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So you asked me, are you done having your spaz attack in character? I would say back, are you done being an asshat to me? If you asked me as a player, I would say I was playing my character that if he feels like he's been wronged, he wrongs.
You know, I've actually
further.
done that before. That's how I used to be. There's a certain point where you just like, fuck, man. When does it end? Like, I've gone down that path, like, in real life. It just gets worse. And worse. And worse.
I wouldn't know that because I usually end up winning because I wouldn't know that because I usually end up winning because I'm so extreme.
I'm not laughing.
Without getting into too much details.
I don't need to know
Without
the
getting into
details.
too
And
much
I don't want to know the
details.
details.
Because okay.
So, you maintain your sword.
Dialogue.
The rest of you, I think, are going to go to the inn.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
And we will call it there for the night.
Okay.
Hey, you're back. We basically decided to call it, unless you guys somehow form a party and decide to be friendly to all each other and go out on another mission. But otherwise, I think it's done for right now. Or at least we're done for the night. Because I don't see how your character is going to be nice to the rest of the party. I don't see that happening.
With a heartfelt apology and no stealing my lamb when my wife has given it to you to give to me.
I would like
Kaladin speaks to.
Kaladin speaks to Ariel.
I would like to have one last talk with your husband, if at all possible.
I would like to have one last talk with
Please.
your husband, if at
At
all
his
possible.
workbench in the back.
I'm just gonna already walk to the workbench so I know where it is.
I'm just gonna already walk to the
Catch me up really
workbench because
quickly,
I already know
what
where it
happened
is.
while I was
Where he is.
By the way, catch me up really
Ariel
quickly. What happened
came
while I was
and
gone?
brought him food. Zach stole the piece of lamb from him. He's like, if you be nice, I won't have to be a dick to you. And then they're like, well, if you're a dick to me, I'm gonna just be a dick back to you because. And I was like, I've been down that path. I've done that before, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Out of character, I said that. And he was trying to be like, oh, I usually win. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up, I don't care. And so that's where we're at. I was like, I think the rest of the party's just going to go to the inn for the night. We'll just call it unless you guys figure something out.
I want to try.
Please do.
I want to try it.
Kaladin walks into the room of the workbench.
Kaladin
I guess workshop.
walks into the room of the workbench.
It's
I
more
guess
like
I
a
guess
sharpening
workshop.
bench just to maintain a sword.
Sharpening bench. Workshop room. Whatever it is.
Sharpening bench.
Kaladin,
Workshop
I walk
room.
into that room.
Whatever it is. I walk into that room.
So as you walk into that room, you do notice that the bench is well kept. It's well maintained. There is fresh oil ready to be spread on the sword to maintain it. It's a medium-sized room. It's all stone. It's complete stone with plaster on the walls. It's not brick like the other buildings.
That sword. It's very important to you, isn't it?
That sword. It's very important to you, isn't it?
Very.
Why?
It belonged to a very dear friend of mine.
Belonged. Where is he now?
Belonged.
He's no longer.
Where is he now?
He's no longer with us.
What happened?
What happened?
I unfortunately had to take his life as he was possessed.
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 That's very tragic.
That's very tragic.
I had no.
Before we set out on our adventure, I had no idea that the sword had such significance for you.
It's partly my fault as I'm reclusive in giving information about it.
Indeed, but that does not lessen
Pain you must have felt.
the pain you must have felt,
At having your most
the anger and frustration at having your most valued possession
I'm sorry.
taken from you at that time. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I accept your apology. I'm glad you're able to see my point of view.
Now,
Hey,
The
Dravaltor.
party, as you know, has mixed feelings.
Wait one.
the
Dravaltor.
party, as you know, has mixed
Turn on noise
feelings.
suppression. This is like a moment.
Sorry.
I would pay attention to the story.
The party, of course, has mixed feelings about you.
The party, of course, has mixed feelings about you.
I would like
Yes.
I would like
the
to.
Yes.
To you, I would like to apologize if my actions have been an inconvenience.
They certainly have been. I accept the apology.
They certainly have been.
No.
I accept the apology.
The party
No.
decided to only give you 50
The
gold
party
each.
decided to
I have not
only
given
give
my
you
share yet.
50 gold
And I would
each.
like to
I have not
offer-
given you my share yet.
Rather
And
than
I would like to offer,
we all set out on this journey.
rather than, we all set out on this journey as equals.
Party.
I can't give you my
But I
party
can give
members'
you
share of the gold, but I can give you
at least this much of my share. I place
at least this much of my share. I place 125 gold a pouch of 125 gold pieces onto the counter.
Hold out my palm.
Or I
with 125
hold out my
rather than
palm
the 50
with 125 gold pieces rather than the 50
party members.
that he's probably received already from the other two party members.
Are you?
Bo
you're
is
having
standing
this
right next to you, listening to
I'm-
everything, just
That's
sitting
what
there.
Kaladin is doing to
Who
your.
is?
Bo, he's standing right next to you, just
Who
sitting
is?
there. He's just like, he's not even
That's-
saying anything.
That's fine. I thought I was.
All right, that's-
alone here, but that's fine.
That's
too.
fine. I thought I was alone here, but that's fine too.
I was letting you go on your speech.
I say to Kaladin, I thank you very much and respect your integrity, but I feel that 125 is far too great of a share to take from you.
Far from it.
I'm completely back the other way instead of being an asshole. I'm like, this is too, like, because he's been nice to me. I'm like, no, this is too nice. Like, he's
Okay.
Whatever.
Flip flop the characters.
Okay. Flip flop the characters.
Insist,
But
only if you
I
continue
insist.
with us for more.
only if you continue with
As
us.
you were one of the first
For more.
one of the first people I was able to.
As you were one of the first people I was able to join up with after for another time.
I'm interested in this story that it seems you want to share.
Another time. I do not wish to share it right now.
Of course. I accept the 125 come from
So,
Kaladin.
shall we prepare for another
Oh?
adventuring day tomorrow?
Shall we prepare for another adventuring day tomorrow?
Sure, sounds good.
Dravaltor is just sitting outside with a beer.
talk to Gibraltar.
Let's go talk to Gibraltar.
Is my am I done
Andy?
oiling my
No.
sword and maintaining it?
It's gonna need some work.
Can be.
You got all night to work on it. You got all night to work on it.
Okay. I put it on my person. I put it on my person
Okay.
and follow them out to the other.
So you walk outside to the front steps. It's a quiet, a little brisk night. It's a clear sky. The stars are shining. Guardsmen with torches are walking by. And oil lamps are slowly being turned off in the houses beyond. You see Gibraltar with a beer, just quietly sipping it, just to your right.
So I feel like at this point. So I feel like at this point, Kaladin or someone other than myself should
Revolter?
begin the dialogue.
How would you feel about going
Gibraltar,
on another adventure?
how would you feel about going on another adventure with
Jorge?
All of us?
how do you say it?
Jorge.
Jorge?
Jorge tomorrow.
Jorge.
I
Jorge.
feel like
With Jorge tomorrow.
he's come to his senses
I feel like
a little bit.
he's come to his senses at least a little bit.
If he can work past. I'm hesitant, but if he can work past.
I'm willing to give it to you. Yeah.
If you can work past it.
Turn your sensitivity up a little
Yeah.
bit on the microphone. You're cutting out.
Turn your sensitivity up a little bit on the microphone. You're cutting out a little bit.
If he has the noise suppression on,
I don't know.
so if he has the noise suppression on, we don't hear his keyboard, but we don't hear
If you move the
him.
mic closer,
If he has it
talk
off,
more
we hear his
clearly and
keyboard.
loudly, it might work
If you move the
better.
mic closer
What
or
you
talk
say
more
is
clearly and
important.
loudly, it might work better.
Okay.
I just turned it off, so I'm hesitant, however, if he's moved past. I'm hesitant, however, if he's moved past what had happened, and he's willing to be with the rest of the group, then I'll try it one more time.
All right.
Very well. We depart in the morning.
Very well.
Be ready.
We depart in the morning.
Yes.
Be ready.
Walks off. All right.
Yes.
Kaladin walks off. All right. What a
An
mess.
absolute catastrophe.
God damn it.
Thank you, Masato.
Yeah, thank you.
Yo, thank you, Masato.
Yeah, thank you.
Masato MVP.
You did put a lot of work into
I
that, and
wanted you
then
guys
Tyler
to find
decided
the
to.
base. I wanted you all. If
It
you
was
all were
really
there, you
awkward.
could have found the base, I thought.
We only had 2 people there, so, you know. How many goblins were
We only
Sorry.
had 2 people there, so, you know.
200.
How many goblins were there that were chasing 200? Okay.
Goblins.
That is a lot of goblins.
That's a lot of goblins.
As far as a stealth mission goes,
I guess, yeah, I don't. As far as a stealth mission goes, I feel like 2 people is as effective as 4 people in that case. Like, I don't have any utility
wouldn't call
casting or anything, unfortunately. Sorry, guys.
Continue.
I don't have it hit to continue. I was just saying,
I don't have it hit to continue. I was just saying, I don't. As a fighter, I don't contribute anything to stealth missions.
Yes.
I actively diminish them because I have such high.
As a
such
bard, I
healthy
play
stealth.
music, so
you have some
like
dexterity, right?
that's
You have
even
some-
worse.
You have some dexterity, right? You have like probably a +1 or +2 to dex.
In stealth or anything, but hey.
What's your dex? Your
Maybe not
dex is
proficient
like
in stealth or
14,
anything, but
isn't
hey,
it? Fighter? Yeah.
No,
Mine's 13.
mine.
mine's +1. Mine's
Oh,
Mine's
+1.
13.
It has,
Mine's
if I
+1.
really wanted to min-max
Mine's
my
+1.
character
It has
stuff, I could have gone
If I really wanted to min-max my
+4.
character for dexterity stuff, I could have gone +2 or +4.
And it turned out
But
being the charisma guy
I wanted to be the charisma guy, and it turns out being
I
the
was
charisma guy can be
impressed.
pretty
I was
good
really
sometimes.
hoping the bard would be the charisma guy, but
That's okay. Bards can still do the songs. And
It-
still, like,
That's okay. Bards
talk
can
to
still
people as well.
do the songs and can still like
Just put some skill points
talk
into
to
it
people
later.
as well. It'll just be different. Just put some skill points into it later.
I felt like that was a very meaningful. I felt like that was a very meaningful interaction.
well, it's because you also
That,
contributed. It's because you put an effort into it as well. It's not just him. It's because you were like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can talk with them like a normal human being.
Yeah.
I had the same intention with the previous conversation as well.
I had the same intention with the previous conversation as well. Like the tone of that last one was also meant to be somewhat of a like,
yeah, and so on and so forth. Like
yeah, and so on and so
definitely
forth.
more on the admonishing
Like
side because that was pretty fucked up.
definitely more on the admonishing side because that was pretty fucked up.
We would
But
give you another
like,
chance, kind of thing.
but like we would give you another chance, kind of
Just trying to
thing.
do the same thing. I was trying to do the same thing.
Really, you were trying
It was
to do the
that.
same thing as you were
So
stealing fucking lamb off. Really, you were trying
It
to
was
do
it
the
was
same
that.
thing
He was
as you
trying
were
to-
stealing fucking
Before I
lamb off
ate
my
it.
plate.
Yeah.
What did I
you
say to
listen
you
what he
before I
had
ate
to
it?
say?
With him doing and what he's saying. With him doing and what he's saying.
We'll just say that I'm happy with the party.
We'll just say that I'm happy with the party. I'm very fond of Kaladin. I'm not going to attempt to murder
Okay.
at this point the other members of the party.
I'm not sure if that inspires confidence, but it works. I'm not sure if that inspires confidence, but it works.
And there you have it, folks.
Okay. It is normally a Masato's bedtime at this point.
It is normally a
Guys like
Masato's
continue in
bedtime
a
at this
few
point.
days.
Would you guys like to continue in a few days?
Which feels like a
Or-
decent ending point.
Okay.
Masato,
Which feels like a decent
fucking
ending point.
MVP. Like, I was
Masato,
worried,
fucking
like,
MVP.
your-
Like,
as-
I was a little
Yeah.
bit worried,
I
but
did
like
have a lot of
your,
faith in, like, your ability, your descriptive
but like
ability,
I did have
like,
a lot of
drive,
faith
like,
in like your ability, your
dramatic
descriptive
level
ability,
of
and ability to
stuff,
like
so-
drive like a
and
dramatic
you
level
delivered.
of
You
stuff.
delivered
So,
fantastically.
and you
I
you
did?
sure you sure delivered. You delivered fantastically.
That was amazing.
You delivered great. That was
Yeah.
that was amazing. That was
I don't have any doubt
one of the
Good.
better DM sessions
Good.
I've ever had.
I put a
For sure.
It's like
As far as like
fine for 3-5.
mechanically, it's
didn't worry
like
about
it's
too
like
much
fine
nonsense
for
because,
3-5.
worrying about too
Like
much
we didn't
nonsense.
worry
For
about
this
too
level
much
of play, it's
nonsense
fine.
because
It's fine.
like
Everything's
worrying about
fine.
too much nonsense. For this level of play, it's
Yeah, you're
fine.
doing great.
It's fine.
Good,
Like everything's
thank
fine.
you. I fucking worked
And then
hard
yeah,
on
you're
it.
doing great.
It seems like I was super surprised at how much you had everything.
It seems like I was super surprised at how much you had everything planned out. That was awesome.
That
was amazing.
Managed to put that much work into
Jesus
it.
Christ! I can't believe you actually
I
managed to put that
spent
much
at least
that much
2
work into
hours
it.
on it every single day this
Um,
week.
Nice. Well, that's a lot of work.
It's
That's a lot of work. Good job, man.
I was honestly when we came up to the river, I was honestly debating if I should roll a spot check to see if I seen a catfish.
You would have not
You could have.
found a catfish. Yeah, there are no catfish.
Even if I roll
remember.
a nat
This is
20.
India.
I'm just.
God damn it, Tyler.
Do you still have that piece of quartz glass that you picked up in the
Well, no,
dungeon? Or the prison?
By the way, hi Peter, I'm Julian.
Hi.
By the way, hi Peter, I'm Julian.
Yeah, that is my name.
You
Hi.
are Peter?
Yeah, that is my
My
name.
video is lagging for me
Okay.
for some reason, so it's like 4-second delays.
Your video is lagging for me for some reason, so it's like 4-second delays. That was a
I
little
know,
trippy.
Are you asking if
Yeah.
I
It's
That's
Are
cool.
you asking
Spotty.
if I still have the prism thing? Why would I not?
Just asking.
I may have forgotten it listed in my equipment. I may have forgotten it
Then you do
listed
not
in
have
my
it.
equipment.
You put it in your pants and you dropped it, and you guys were fumbling about for it.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Alright, well.
At
Okay.
this point, how did you end up meeting this band?
So at
of
this
misfits
point-
anyway? Peter.
How did you end up meeting this band of misfits anyway?
I know Masato through my dad. I know Masato through my dad. I don't know.
Dad.
Came up Masato
For
came
your,
up for a
for
party.
your dad.
Yeah.
And Masato, how did you meet Peter's dad?
And Masato, how did
So
you
we go
meet
to
Peter's
small group
dad?
Together. I used to go to this church and I used to play bass for him, but then the church got taken over by crazy evil people,
Oh.
and then I was like, I don't like any of them. I don't like this at all, because
Okay, yeah.
I'm not actually that into religion.
Okay, yeah.
And they were just like, all of your problems, give them to God. And they stopped talking about like useful things, like how do you talk to like people? How do you like talk to, your kids, and how do you have a good relationship with your family?
Right.
They stopped talking about that. And I was just like,
Right.
that's bullshit. So I stopped going to that, and so I instead started going to small group. And small group is like a little group of people, and we have dinner together, and we drink alcohol, and I don't like alcohol anymore.
Mhm.
But
Oh.
we have them at Peter's dad's house.
That's neat.
Yeah.
That's super neat.
That's neat.
Yeah.
That's super neat.
Seems like a good kid, so I thought he might want
That's
something.
actually super wholesome too.
Yeah.
I wasn't
That's
expecting
actually super wholesome too. I wasn't expecting like a super wholesome story. I was expecting like, oh yeah, we play like video games or like D&D or something, met him for the internet, that kind of thing. No, that was great.
Well, what I think is really mind-boggling is how the sequence of events that led me to be here right now doing this. It's how
Doing
one night
D&D?
one night I was late. It was late. I was bored. I didn't have anybody to play games with, so I went looking online for a clan, and I found this HBS clan, and I went in there, and that's where I met Masada, where we didn't talk too much, but then once we did start to talk, we became really close friends. And then after about a year,
I was in HBS for at
was it
least
1 or
2.
2 years? And then you came up to
And I
Canada
pulled off
to
the
visit me
best
for 2
prank
weeks.
of them all.
You do.
Go ahead and tell him.
You do.
So he pretended to my brother, Zach, you know Bryce.
Yeah.
He pretended to Bryce that he only spoke Japanese. And the only English word that he knew was Tim Hotan.
I remember you tried doing that to me in person too.
Wait, what is that English word supposed to be?
Tim Hortons.
God.
Tim Hortons. Oh my god.
God, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
God, that's great.
Wow.
It's because I like their donuts so much. Ah.
Okay.
That's fucking beautiful.
All right.
Okay.
That's fucking beautiful.
All right.
Pretty neat. And so, did you get recruited, Peter, to D&D through? Like,
Pretty neat. And so, did you get recruited, Peter, to D&D
No,
through like the small group meeting? Did you?
No, he messaged he messaged me basically asking. I don't remember how it went down, but I don't remember how it went down, but
makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys talked online. Okay, makes sense.
I met Masato through a small group. And
Nice.
I met Masato through a small group,
Yep.
and then I got Discord and me.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm happy to play again Saturday or sooner. But
Yeah, I'm happy to
If we
play
can
again
pull it
Saturday
off
or
sooner, I
sooner,
would be
whatever.
thrilled. Saturday is still planned.
Sounds good.
Does anyone?
Sounds good.
I have a wonderful idea.
Does
So
anyone-
5 of us, I have a wonderful idea. We can have a 5Q on
User has
Dota.
been banned from the server.
Negative.
I'm not down for that. I'm not down.
It was a
Negative.
joke. It was a joke.
No, it's your timing.
Do you not see
it's
my
your
face?
timing.
This, I have
I'm
a
still
wonderful-
irritated.
Fuck this. I'm getting a review. I'm just kidding.
No, from you.
Irritated from Dota or from me?
That was a lot, Tyler. So give it a little.
That
bit.
was a lot, Tyler.
You keep-
So give it a little bit
like 100%
before you go back to acting like 110% like
let it cool a little bit.
over the top stuff. Like let it cool a little bit.
The rest of us are still scalded a little bit.
The rest of us are still scalded a little bit.
Still having to take those deep breaths very intentionally.
Still having to take those deep breaths very intentionally.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to pop off. Thank you guys for the game.
I am going to pop off.
I was very pleasant.
Thank you guys for the game.
Thank
I was
you.
very pleasantly
Not a
surprised.
problem. You are welcome.
Thanks again, Masada,
Easy.
and I will talk to you later.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Easy.
And now it actually does like fucking full screen. I can see all four of you, and it looks all right.
Hey. Hey.
How does it look on your screen? Does everybody have the same camera quality?
How does it look on your screen? Does everybody
No.
have the same camera quality, or?
Not at all.
Is everybody's but yours shit?
Is
No.
everybody's but yours shit?
Yours is fine. Peter's like glitches out every minute or two.
I know. My Wi-Fi is like terrible now. I know.
And
My Wi-Fi is like terrible now.
Zach's camera is just pixely.
Oh, my camera's garbage.
Oh, my camera's a garbage quality camera. Like you might.
I need to put on some relaxing tunes. That was a lot.
Recycle bin.